No general walks into the battle without knowing their enemy first. That's strategy 101. CAT is the same. Over 3 lakh students are going to sit for this exam, but less than 1% will cross that 99 percentile. And honestly, most of the toppers aren't geniuses. They are the one who knew the exam better than everyone else before they started their preparation. And that's what we are going to do today. So hi everyone, welcome to Krako's YouTube channel, and in today's video we are going to cover everything you need to know about CAT 2026, that is your complete syllabus, what came in CAT 2025, that is the analysis and the resources that you need to start your preparation right away. By the end of this video, you will know your opponent better, and that alone will put you ahead of half of the competition. So let's get into it. So let's just wrap up some of the basic information related to the exam before we dive into the syllabus analysis. So those of you who are new to CAT, this is what the exam actually looks like. CAT is basically divided into 3 sections, that is your VRC, that is your verbal ability and reading comprehension. This is basically your English and comprehension part. Second, we have LRDI, that is your logical reasoning and data interpretation. This basically includes your charts, arrangements, puzzles and everything. Now third, we have quants, which is your quantitative aptitude. This is basically your math section. So every question that you will see in this exam will fall under either of this category. Simple enough, right? Now let's look at the exam pattern. VRC has 24 questions. VRC has 24 questions of total 72 marks with a time duration of 40 minutes. DLR has 22 questions with a total marks of 66, again with a time limit of 40 minutes. Quant again has 22 questions with a total marks of 66 with a time limit of 40 minutes. Now the total questions comes out to be 68 with a total marks of 204 with a time duration for the entire exam to be 120 minutes, that is your 2 hours. So the important thing to note over here is that each of this section is time section, which means you cannot jump between 2 sections. Once your 40 minutes for VRC is over, then only you can move to DLR, whether you like it or not. So time management becomes really very important for CAT. Now coming to the marking scheme, that is something you should always have at the back of your mind. Now CAT consists of 2 types of questions, that is your objective type questions, which are your MCQs, and the second one is your theta type question, that is your type in the answer type of questions. Now in your theta questions, you have to enter the answer directly instead of choosing from the options. Now coming to the marking scheme again, in case of MCQs, you do have a negative marking. Over here, for each correct answer, you will be getting a +3 mark, whereas each incorrect response will incur you a -1 mark. But in case of theta, you don't have a negative marking. Over here, for each correct answer, you will be getting again a +3 mark. But for each incorrect response, there will be no negative marking and you will be getting a 0 mark. So, whenever you see a theta question, it still makes sense to attempt it even if you are not 100% sure, because there is nothing to lose. But now for MCQs, please don't guess blindly, because that -1 will get added up faster than you think. So before moving on to the syllabus, I would like to say that CAT doesn't officially release any syllabus, nor do the IIMs release any documents saying that prepare these topics. So the syllabus that every student, every coaching institute or every resource follows is entirely based on previous year papers and trend analysis. So the syllabus that we are going to discuss over here today is exactly the same. It's entirely based on the patterns that have been observed over years of CAT papers. Now coming to VRC syllabus, now your VRC has a total of 24 questions. Now VRC is divided into 2 parts, that is your verbal ability and reading comprehension. Now your verbal ability consists of 8 questions that basically comes from 4 topics, that are your para summary, para jumbles, para completion and odd one out or out of context questions. Now the split isn't always equal. You might get 2 questions each from these 4 topics, or in a year you might get 2 from para summary, 1 from para jumbles, or 3 from para completion and 2 from odd one out. So the distribution shifts, but basically you will get questions from these topics only in your verbal ability. Now moving to reading comprehension. Now your reading comprehension consists of all total of 16 questions, that are your 4 RCs having 4 questions each. Now your CAT RCs don't have a fixed syllabus, but patterns do exist. Now these are basically the topics from where you usually get your RC passages from. These are your philosophy, psychology and sociology, economics and business, history and politics, science and technology, art and literature, environment and ecology, culture and anthropology. Now CAT loves dense academic writing. So if you are someone who reads casual stuff only, you might find it uncomfortable at first when you go through the CAT RC passages. But the best way to prepare for VRC is to read a lot and to familiarize yourself with different type of genres. Now let's look at what actually happened in CAT 2025, because the best way to predict CAT 2026 is to see and understand what actually happened in CAT 2025. Now if you see, the VRC in slot 1 was actually quite tough because here there were two passages which were of difficult level. Now two were of moderate level. Now if you see the passages, here you will see there were two RC passages which were based on philosophy. One was based on culture and the other one was based on law. And now coming to the resources, if you see, resources such as Zestor, Aeon, Internet Archives and Semantic Scholar. Now if you see, these two resources are one of the most common sources from where CAT usually pulls its RC passages from, not just this year but also previous years. And these two are really known for dense academic writing. Now if you haven't read them before, make sure to read them now. Now coming to slot 2, your slot 2 was a bit more manageable and relatively easier compared to slot 1 because here 3 passages were of moderate level and 1 was of easy level. Now coming to genres, here 2 passages were based on science and tech, 1 was based on philosophy and 1 was based on literature. Now coming to the sources, you will see sources like Guardian, some documents, Knowledgeable Magazine and reports. Now if you see, the difficulty varies across different slots and therefore CAT uses scaled scoring. Now if you look at slot 3, now slot 3 was the easier one with 2 passages which were of moderate level and 2 of easy level. Now if you look at the genres, here all the 4 passages were based on different genres. Like if you can see, one was based on current affairs, one on philosophy, one on society and the other one on science and tech. Now the point to note over here is that philosophy, society and science and tech appeared in all the 3 slots. So it makes it really important to familiarize yourself with different type of genres. If you are an engineer or from any science background, familiarize yourself with topics like philosophy and society. And if you are an art student, familiarize yourself with topics like science and tech. Now the real question is how to build those RC skills. And the answer is you have to read daily. For that matter, we do have a feature called as CRACOCAT Daily Articles. And honestly, it's one of the most underrated prep tool. Every single day, you'll be getting 3 new articles based on different genres which are sourced from platforms like Aeon Essays, the Smithsonian, the Guardian, etc. And what makes it valuable is that these are the same resources from where CAT usually pulls its RC passages from, as we saw in the VRC analysis slides, all at one place. Now reading this consistently will not only help you to improve your reading speed but will also help you to familiarize yourself with different type of genres, so that you are not thrown off on the exam day. So what you have to do is just Google CRACOCAT Daily Articles and make it a daily habit. Even 30 minutes of reading every day will go a long way over months of preparation. Now coming to LRDI, your LRDI is again divided into 2 parts, that is your logical reasoning and data interpretation. Now from CAT 2021 to 2023, 4 sets with 5 questions each, totaling up to 20 questions used to come in their LRDI. But from 2024, the pattern has changed and now you usually have 2 sets with 5 questions each and 3 sets with 4 questions each, totaling up to 22 questions. Now out of those 5 sets, 2 to 3 sets are generally based on logical reasoning and 1 to 2 sets are based on data interpretation. Now your data interpretation basically includes your tables, charts and graphs, and your logical reasoning basically includes your puzzles and arrangements. Now coming to the LRDI syllabus, under logical reasoning we are having puzzles like your Einstein's puzzles, enumeration puzzles and Quant's puzzles. Next we have arrangements, and under arrangements we are having linear arrangement, circular arrangement and arrangement over levels. Next we are having games and tournament, roots and network, truth and lie, 2D and 3D LR, scheduling and quant space puzzles. And under data interpretation we are having table based DI, charts, and under charts we have different type of charts like pie charts, line charts, area charts, radar charts, bubble charts, spider charts, and bar charts. Then we have graphs, caselets, quant-based DI, tables with missing value, Venn diagram, table-based DI sets, and maxima minima. Now the tricky part with LRDI is that the line between LR and DI has got blurred over years. Now you will see a lot of sets that combine both. You will see puzzles with a lot of calculations, and therefore you need to be strong on both the sides. Now coming to LRDI slot-wise analysis of CAT 2025, here you will see 2 sets having 5 questions each and 3 sets having 4 questions each came in the exam. And in slot 1 you can see sets based on arrangement. One set was based on puzzle, one was based on DI, one was quant based LR, and the other was based on games and tournament. In slot 2 you again had quant based LR, puzzle, a DI set, again a puzzle, and then an arrangement. And in slot 3 you had arrangement, quant based LR, special chart DI, quant based DI, and connected data set. Now if you see arrangement, puzzles, and quant based LR appeared in almost all the 3 slots. Now every year you will have 1 to 2 sets from these topics along with tables and charts, So these are going to be our most important topics in your LRDI, so make sure to prioritize them. Now the absolute best way to prepare for LRDI or any other section for that matter is through previous year papers. No mock or study material can replicate the feel of actual CAT paper. On Kraku, you can take the previous year VRC, DLR and quant test separately with a 40 minutes time limit, and the CAT 2025 slot 1, 2 and 3 LRDI papers have already got uploaded, and so are the papers going several years back. So if you haven't started solving previous year papers yet, that's the first thing that you need to be doing after finishing this video. Just Google Kraku previous year papers and you will find all of them for free. Now one thing I want to say is that if you are really struggling or are scared of LRDI, make it a point to solve at least 500 sets before the exam. And solving the previous year sets for LRDI is of utmost importance. After doing that, you will definitely see improvement in your LRDI scores. Now let's talk about quants. Now this is the section that either excites people or terrifies them, nothing in between. Now quants basically has 5 broader units that are your arithmetic, algebra, geometry, number system and modern maths. And under each of these units you will have several other topics. Like under arithmetic you are having averages, ratios and proportion, percentages, mixture and allocations, profit and loss, time, speed and distance, time and work, simple interest and compound interest, pipes and cisterns. Now I know it looks like a lot, but the good thing is not every topic has equal weightage. Let's look at the next. Now coming to quant's overall analysis of CAT 2025, you will see arithmetic dominated the entire section with 7 to 8 questions in every single slot. Now if you are short on time and you need to prioritize, arithmetic is non-negotiable. Followed by algebra with 6 to 7 questions in every single slot. Then we had geometry with 3 to 4 questions, followed by modern maths with 2 to 3 questions, and then we had number system with 1 to 2 questions. Now the message is clear. If you want to score well in quants, you have to master arithmetic and algebra because they comprise of about 65 to 70% of the entire quant section. Now this is not just about CAT 2025. If you analyze previous year papers also, you will always see arithmetic and algebra comprising a major chunk in the entire quant section. And that doesn't mean in any sense that you skip these 3 topics. Do practice questions from these 3 topics as well, so that even if any easy questions comes from this topic, you are able to attempt it. Now moving on to the topic wise analysis of quants, you will see in number system, around 1 to 3 questions came in each of the 3 slots. Now if you see inequalities and linear equation, around 4 questions came in slot 1, 4 in slot 2 and 2 in slot 3. Now continuing it, if you see, in averages, ratios and proportion, about 3 questions came in slot 1, 3 in slot 2 and 3 in slot 3. Now the thing to note over here is that this is not going to be constant. That is, the distribution of questions across each of these topics is not going to be the same. but the weightage is going to be the same. That is, your arithmetic and algebra will always have a higher weightage in the quant section. Now let's talk about what score got you what percentile. Talking about CAT 2025, to hit that 99.90 percentile, you roughly needed a total score of 112, which is around rough score of 53 in VRC, 41 in LRDI, and 39 in quants. To hit that 99 percentile, you needed a score of 85.85, and if you see this, this is even lower than half of the total marks of your paper, which means even if you solve 45 to 50% of your paper correctly, you can easily get 99 percentile. Now, if you want to score 99 percentile in LRDI, your aim should be to solve at least 2 sets correctly. For 99 percentile in quants, aim to attempt 10 to 11 questions correctly. And for 99 percentile in VRC, your aim should be to attempt 14 to 16 questions correctly. Now, if you see 95 percentile, it needed a score of about 65.49. And for 90 percentile, you need to have a score of 53.81. So one thing to notice over here is that VRC contributes the most to your total score at higher percentile. So if you are strong in English, use that to your advantage. Also notice that your scores don't have to be perfect across all the section. You can compensate your stronger section with a weaker one to some extent. Now you know what to study. Now the main question is from where to practice. For questions, I would say search Krakow-CAT questions on Google. You will find about 5,000 plus questions across all the 3 sections, topic-wise, difficulty-wise, you name it, and you will find it over there. Now for structured study material, I would suggest search Krakow-CAT study material on Google. Here you will find CAT mock tests, previous year papers, preparation books, formula PDF, revision videos, daily articles, everything under one roof. And a lot of this is free, so there is absolutely no reason for you to not start today. One of the most effective habits that you can build in your CAT prep journey is to stay consistent and practice questions daily. And that's exactly what Krakow's CAT Daily Target does. Every weekday from Monday to Friday, you will get 5 questions from VRC, LRDI and quants. And that's about 15 questions every single day along with video solutions. Now, attempting this daily will help you to stay consistent, cover all the topics, and the video solutions will ensure that you are not just getting the answers right but understanding the approach behind it. So just Google Krakow-CAT Daily Targets and sign up for it today. It's genuinely one of the best daily habits that you can build for your CAT prep journey. Now we have a 7-month study plan which you can definitely follow if you are starting your preparation right away. We will link that in the description below, so definitely check it out after this video. Okay, so to wrap up, now you have the full picture. You know the exam pattern, the marking scheme, what's in the syllabus, what actually came in CAT 2025 and where to find the best resources. The only thing left now is to actually sit down and start. CAT 2026 is still months away and that's enough time to make a real difference. But only if you start now, not after 1 week, not after one more YouTube video, now. So good luck and we will see you in the next video.